right, California's mileage tax. We got the billionaire tax and now the mileage tax, tracking every mile you drive. California politicians are moving toward a road charge or mileage tax instead of taxing gas. They want to charge you for every mile you drive. The pitch is simple. People are driving more electric and fuel efficient cars, so gas tax money is shrinking, and Sacramento needs a new way to fund roads and transit. Now, that's a lie. They need a new way to generate more money to pay this pension debt they never talk about. That is a minimum 1 trillion in pension debt and possibly as high as 3 trillion. That's what all this really is for, a big chunk of it. But I digress. Under this system, it doesn't matter if you drive a Prius, a pickup, or a Tesla. If you use the road, you pay by the mile. They've already got pilot programs that are testing this that are saying it's 3 cents per mile. Some are actually saying it could be as high as 6 to 9 cents per mile. You're thinking, oh, it's only 9 cents per mile? Yeah. You got that round trip, 35 miles one way, back, that's 60 miles every day. Think about it that way. So critics say that's a tracking tax that hits working class commuters, rural drivers, and 2-car families. Not to mention the kids who you have just given the car to because they're 16 and you don't have to deal with driving them anywhere. Now they're going to be going out Friday night, Saturday nights, and that's going to be killing you too. They will be hit hardest on top of the highest gas tax already and car fees in the country. So how does this work? Okay, so the state has been running road charge pilot programs where drivers' mileage is tracked with odometer readings, plug-in devices, smartphone apps, or data from your car itself on the test per mile fee that could replace or sit on top of the gas tax. Is this going to replace the gas tax or just be added to the gas tax?
No, we'll have both,
Exactly.
and those
Thank
keep going up every year.
Exactly. So a typical driver going 12 to 15,000 miles a year would pay roughly 360 to 900 in mileage fees. But people say a 2-car family could end up at 4,000 plus a year in combined gas, car, and mileage taxes. That's 2-car. Again, not accounting for your kids driving. For the privilege of driving California, you have to pay that. Now, the people who get squeezed first are long distance commuters. I'm repeating myself, rural and ex-urban drivers, delivery workers. That pizza you just had delivered, jack up that price. That person that shops for your groceries and delivers them, jack up the price. That Uber, jack up the price. That Lyft, jack up the price. That guy in the military who owns a car says, I need some gas money and we'll all go out. Jack up the price. Everybody. Then you have home health care nurses, college kids. The impact on this is astronomical, and that's why they're doing it. So on top of costs, anybody hear George Orwell? George, is that you out there? George Orwell with privacy and control? Once government requires the system to track how far you drive, it's a short step to debates over where you drive, when you drive, or what kind of car you're allowed to drive. Eventually, they're going to want to just start tracking us. So the question, when Sacramento says user pays and starts tracking every mile, is this really about fair funding or is it about building the infrastructure to meter and control how ordinary people move? Because take it one step further. Can't afford to drive my car. Oh, I'm going to get on that bus. The highways open up for the rich who can afford to drive all of a sudden, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I will say one, it's all about the irresponsible spending that they have and the lack of revenues because they push everyone towards EVs and they get, like you said, they got to make up for that revenue. But two, I think they want to push people into high speed trains, and their high speed train project is dead in the water. What a way to do it! I think it goes from Fresno to an almond orchard. So, almonds come cheap now, but look, that rail was supposed to go from LA to San Francisco and reduce the number of flights, way over budget. It's going 14 miles, I believe, is the latest number. I think they're trying to push people into that. So now, one, you get the revenue from the tax per mile, but then two, after a while, people go, man, I'm spending $2,000 extra just to drive. Maybe I should just take the train. And I think that's their
That's right.
eventual goal. We don't want people to have freedom to go wherever and whenever they want. I think it's a little bit of both, but it's more about controlling people and how they move.
Preach it, brother. Hallelujah. Preach it. Preach it. That's absolutely true. I agree. Annette, who gets hurt first by a mileage tax? The coastal elites with short commutes from their home by the beach to Carlsbad, or the working class commuters who live in Riverside County and have to commute to San Diego or LA, or those who live in the poor areas of Oakland but have to commute to San Francisco? Who gets hurt first?
It's the working class for sure. I totally agree with you. What frightens me about it the most is the subjugation. It's where it's headed. Obviously, they are going for more revenue and they can never figure out enough ways to tax us income tax, sales tax, gas tax, and now mileage tax. But it feels like control. It feels like someone's got the noose around your neck. And of course, it would affect the working class the most. And I thought those are the people that they're always trying to give the breaks to. It's contrarian to everything. And it is like a 1984 dystopian shows where all of a sudden you're living in a box and everything that you do is monitored. And it's like a very scary thought that this would actually happen.
How do you enforce this on people coming from out of town? Someone coming from Phoenix, like in Yuma, you're going to say, stop, we got to install this app and calculate every mile you drive. I mean,
I think
it's
both
terrible.
of you guys, you're spot on. Lawmakers are pushing the mileage tax by saying the gas tax is dying. They're saying there's a projected 30 plus billion funding gap. Well, we just blew 24 billion. They're saying there's a 30 billion funding gap over the next 10 years because EVs are growing and regular gas cars, hybrids, are becoming more fuel efficient. Layered on top of the cost of living crisis, a mileage tax becomes a perfect symbol of an out of touch political class that thinks every problem can be solved by taxing the movement. Voters already feel squeezed by housing, gas, and power bills. Does adding a per mile tax become the moment when even blue state drivers say, no mas, no mas? Or do Californians just quietly swallow another hit until there's no one left but the very rich and the very poor? Hey everybody, this is William Del Pilar, founder of Grumblings Media, and I want to say thank you for watching our content. If you want to support our all-volunteer efforts at Grumblings Media, smash the subscribe button right here. 100% free, and please consume and share our great content. Click either one of these two boxes for more of our work.